first round.
Next year, Pop.
Eddie,
Yes.
what is your fondest memory?
Marrying this guy.
Eddie draws a card.
When were you the most scared?
When I proposed to you.
Seriously?
Yep. Aaron gave me 10 to 1 odds.
She is the best handicapper in the family.
Well, I call him like I see him.
To Dad. Dad,
Yeah.
what's your life's greatest blessing?
Well, this delicious Sunday.
What? What?
Not this Sunday. This Sunday. And every Sunday I get to spend with you knuckleheads.
Dad.
That's nice.
Ooh,
Frank looks at Aaron.
Uh-oh.
who is the love of your life?
It doesn't say that.
Sure does.
He shows her the card.
Okay, well, how about those Mets, Pop?
No stalling, you gotta answer.
Yeah, you have to tell us.
Come on.
Okay, well, I'm going to take the 5th and the box. How about that? Game over.
Aaron dumps game cards onto the table.
I like that. All right.
Executive producer Kevin Wade.
When it comes
Moving into the area, we'll show you what to expect coming up next.
The beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Score low prices and great deals at Target. This week, save on the gifts they'll love at prices you'll love. Deals so good, you can holiday your way. Only at Target.
What's the #1 retinol brand used most by dermatologists?
It's Neutrogena.
Rapid wrinkle repair smooths the look of fine lines in 1 week, deep wrinkles in 4. So you can kiss wrinkles goodbye. Neutrogena.
Colbert's got Sally Field tonight on CBS.
CBS, Sunday. It's an American tradition, 100 years in the making. The National Christmas Tree Lighting, Sunday. Where?
This is just the start of your journey.
I'm as tough as the stones that I set.
Tough as Nails returns January 4th on CBS.
Check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, Amera guards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly sponsors tonight's first segment of Eyewitness News. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru confidence in motion. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
Snow levels are expected to rise over the next couple of days as the next storm system continues to head our way tonight. We have team coverage. Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace has our pinpoint weather forecast.
But we begin with CBS 47's Juanita Adame and the snow conditions right now at China Peak Mountain Resort.
Told us that if the forecast is accurate, they are expecting about 4 to 6 feet of snow in the next 48 hours. They are fully staffed and ready for a busy weekend. A blanket of white snow covering the China Peak Mountain Resort.
Well, last year didn't have a start like this. In fact, in the 13 years since we have owned the resort, this has only happened once.
Not what owner Tim Cohey was expecting this early in the season.
I think everybody's still, sort of in shock because this doesn't happen very often. Powder days in November, and now we're still, we're on December 9th. We always want to make sure we're open before Christmas. And this year we were open 6 weeks before Christmas.
He said the last time they had snowfall like this was back in 2010.
So this is a very different situation. This is now the third cycle we've seen already. The first one coming in early November, and now we're at cycle number 3. So we're already at about 5 or 6 feet.
All this snow is good news for Roman Rodriguez.
Nothing like ski season. It's the best time of year when everyone's up here just having a good time, enjoying each other's company.
He's been skiing since he was in the 8th grade.
With my friends, his dad told me that I needed to come up, and I never took him seriously on it. And then one day, finally just went and rented some skis, and it's become my pride and joy ever since then.
And he said tomorrow is a big day for him and his friends. They will be hitting the slopes for the first time this season.
The schedule for tomorrow is we'll probably wake up at 8 and then eat breakfast, get ready, head to the mountains, ski for maybe 4 or 5 hours, then head home before the snow starts coming down really hard.
They also don't expect any of the roads to be snowed in. They say Caltrans will be working to keep those roads clear. Reporting in Fresno, Juanita Adames, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
And our team coverage continues here tonight. Get ready for more wet weather here in the valley.
Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace has our first look at the pinpoint weather forecast.
That's right. It's not just the heavy snow in the mountain that we'll be talking about, but also rain for the valley. We're going to be seeing pretty significant rainfall totals in the valley and the foothills out of the system. Let's give you a look outside with our Valley Cam network. This is going to be a time lapse from today with our CBS 47 studio camera. A couple of sprinkles early this morning. Otherwise, we had a dry day, plenty of sunshine, and then we saw the clouds building in toward the later parts of the day. We are seeing mostly cloudy skies right now. Again, we're going to see the rain moving in mainly as we get into the later overnight hours. So we are still dry now in the valley. A little bit of snow starting to show up near and north of Yosemite. So all this moisture is going to be moving down through Central California tonight and tomorrow. 50 in Fresno now, 40s for those of you in the South Valley. North Valley still holding on to the low 50s. Mariposa at 42. Midnight temperature 47. We're still going to be dry at this point, but it's after about 4 or 5 a.m. that we'll start to see the showers moving in. So I do expect to see some rain 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then 5 o'clock 54 degrees. We're going to be tracking some off and on rain, potentially some rumbles of thunder. So I'll let you know how much rain to expect out of the system, plus how much snow we're going to get in your pinpoint weather forecast coming up. First, we'll send it back to Brian and Catherine.
Thanks, Lauren. New at 11, a crash in northeast Fresno causes a power outage tonight. It happened just before 6:30 on Shepherd Avenue between Chance and Maple. A van slammed into a power pole, and police say the driver and at least 2 other occupants in the van ran from the scene. The driver was later taken into custody. PG&E crews will be in that area for a couple of hours to restore the power. Also tonight, a man is dead after a crash in Fresno County. It happened just before 6 on Highway 41 and Mountain View Avenue. The California Highway Patrol says a man in his 60s was speeding when he slammed his truck into the back of an SUV. Those inside the SUV suffered major injuries and were taken to the hospital. The driver of the pickup truck was pronounced dead on the scene. His name has not been released.
In the South Valley, a security guard is shot and killed at a bar last night. Another person was injured. Happened just before midnight at the Green Olive Bar on Ben Maddox Way and Mineral King. Officers say the suspect shot a customer during an argument and then shot the security guard who is trying to break up that fight inside the bar. We talked with a manager at another Visalia bar who says a tragedy like this is felt industry-wide.
He was just doing his job and trying to make everybody else feel safe in the bar, and he wasn't able to do it, and he lost his life over it, and it could happen to any of us.
The customer who was shot is in the hospital and is expected to be okay. The reason for the fight still unknown tonight. Police are still looking for the gunman.
We're learning more about a deadly double shooting in Fresno. Fresno police say 25-year-old Kenyatte Williams was shot and killed. His brother Charles also shot but survived. And we're learning today that he is expected to be okay. Detectives say that the brothers were talking with friends in front of an apartment complex at Olive and 9th near Yosemite Middle School in Fresno around 3 yesterday afternoon when they were shot. Police say some residents at that apartment complex have gang connections, and that may have been a factor in the shooting.
New at 11, shocking news from the World Cup tonight. A well-known American sports journalist has died while covering the event. Grant Wahl was just 49 years old. He's a former Sports Illustrated journalist and had been tweeting about the Netherlands-Argentina match just earlier today, hours ago. In fact, Wahl wrote on his website that he had visited a medical clinic after feeling some intense pressure in his upper chest. Last month, he was detained before the USA-Wales match for wearing a rainbow flag shirt. His brother Eric is gay. The sports writer was wearing the shirt in support of him.
Embattled Los Angeles City Councilman Kevin De Leon is speaking out tonight after a chaotic meeting today at LA City Hall. Sorry. De Leon returned to the council for the first time following a leaked racist recording that's led to continuous calls for his resignation. Jeff Nguyen sat down with De Leon and has his reaction to that meeting.
I think it's embattled LA Councilman Kevin De Leon returned to the council for the first time following the leaked racist recording that have led to continuous calls for his resignation. Because of the disruption in the chamber from both supporters and critics, Council President Paul Krikorian called for a recess and walked over to speak to De Leon.
I can't give the full details to respect the process with regards to the conversation that Mr. Krikorian and I had, but it was, the question of how the disruptors, at the council meeting could somehow settle down, if you will, and comport themselves in a much more dignified manner.
De Leon did walk out and he did not return. He had been absent from council meetings since October 11th. His request to be excused from the meetings has been rejected by Krikorian, and critics say he should not be allowed to draw a paycheck for not showing up to cast votes on behalf of 250,000 constituents.
For council members, 90 to 95% of the actual work is done in the districts with constituents and with general managers.
It's like saying, my job as a reporter is to be on camera 5% of the time. So it's the least important part. I mean, if I were to go to my boss and say, I don't want to do a live shot, how would that fly?
Well, I don't think that the analogy is a good parallel, to be quite frank, because, like I said, 90 to 95% of the work that's done by a council member is actually done with the general managers in the various departments.
Today's council meeting was restarted after 45 minutes. Outgoing Councilman Mike Bonin, whose son was the target of racist comments, spoke about the disruption.
The road to redemption begins with resignation, and that will end the protests.
De Leon says he plans to be back in his council seat next week, and he believes any disruption will be dealt with in a dignified way.
And that was Jeff Nguyen reporting for us tonight. In our coronavirus coverage, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden and U.S. health officials have a message that they say will ensure that Americans have the best and healthiest holiday season. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the White House chief medical advisor, says it is critically important for at-risk groups to get the latest COVID vaccines. He says everyone, including children, should stay up to date.
There are almost 2,000 children who have died. There are 20,000 who have gotten hospitalization. And then there's long COVID.
Medical experts stress that the COVID virus out there today has mutated many times since the beginning of the pandemic, highlighting the need to keep your vaccination status current.
New at 11, 'tis the season for tamales. And that's just what was on the menu tonight in downtown Fresno. The Tamale Throwdown was sponsored by Fresno Street Eats. We spoke with a tamale maker who came all the way from Los Angeles to take part in tonight's throwdown.
Because tamale is traditional for Christmas, it's very common, and people go crazy trying to get tamales for Christmas, and we're here trying to get tamales to everybody.
They say that they've been doing tamales for 25 years using a family recipe.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, if you like visiting Yosemite, the National Park Service wants to hear from you. A new visitors policy is in the works right now.
Plus, it's going to splash down off the coast of Baja California. Details on the return of the Orion capsule after a trip around the moon.
But first, here are the winning numbers for tonight's Mega Millions drawing. It's worth $379 million. We'll see you right back here in about 1 minute.
Every day, we go about our lives driven by routine.
Our vision is clouded by the very normalcy we take for granted. Countless victims of human trafficking walk among us, invisible, until now. The Blue Campaign provides a unified voice for those who combat human trafficking. Whether it's forced labor, domestic servitude, or the sex trade, it's time to open our eyes. Learn what you can do to help by visiting dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
After 15 years of the Share the Love event, Subaru and our retailers have donated over $250 million to charity. Subaru is the largest corporate donor to the ASPCA and the National Park Foundation, and the largest automotive donor to Meals on Wheels and Make-A-Wish. Get a new Subaru, and Subaru and our retailers will donate $300 to charity.
Visit us at Subaru of Fresno or lithiasubarufresno.com.
Some days your body is a temple, and some days the temple wants sugar. You might relieve stress naturally on Monday and plan for it on Tuesday. Because being human isn't always so fries or salad. Sometimes it's both. So relax with essential oils or a glass of Cab. Fall asleep with melatonin and wake up to caffeine. With traditional medicine and alternative remedies, there's no wrong way to treat life at Rite Aid. And don't forget Rite Aid this holiday for all your last-minute gifting needs.
Life is uncertain. Everyday pressures can feel overwhelming. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Tonight on The Late Show, I'm talking with Sally Field. She's won Oscars and Emmys, and she has 5 grandchildren, which means she is a Grammy.
Tonight on CBS.
The latest conditions live. The CBS 47 Valley Cam Network on Eyewitness News. CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11 with Catherine Hurd, Brian Dorman, and Pinpoint Weather with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace on CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
The Orion spacecraft continues its return to Earth.
The capsule is scheduled to return Sunday after taking a trip around the moon. NASA released this animated video of what Orion's re-entry and splashdown will look like. It was originally planned to splash down off the coast of San Diego, but has moved 300 miles south off the coast of Baja, California due to the weather. The next flight will attempt to carry 4 astronauts around to the moon.
In news from around the state, caught on camera, a cliff collapses in Rancho Palos Verdes. It triggered the closure of a beach below. Now residents are concerned that the coastline is unstable and could lead to more landslides.
We were just sitting there calmly, and then next thing that we know, it was just dirt coming down the hillside and lots of smoke and dust flying through the air.
A homeowner who lives right above the fallen cliff has been evacuated while city engineers assess the severity of the situation. The folks at Yosemite National Park want to hear your comments on visiting the park.
They're putting together a visitor access management plan, and they want folks to weigh in on how the park can improve visitor experiences while reducing the impact on park resources and protecting wildlife. Just last month, park officials announced they will not implement a reservation system for summer, but reservations are still required for the last 3 weekends in February. Public meetings for the planning process begin next month, but you can send in your comments online. We posted the link. You can do it right now. Just a click away at yourcentralvalley.com.
A 30-foot tree all lit up in downtown Fresno tonight. We'll have more on this holiday celebration right after your Pinpoint weather forecast.
And right now I do have your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Top pollens, juniper and elm, low levels for the next 4 days. We have a big storm system that's going to impact our entire weekend. I'll be talking about how much rain and snow you can expect in your Pinpoint weather forecast next.
We have got some breaking news. Decision Desk HQ declaring that Senator Raphael Warnock has won.
I don't think I've ever actually seen this before where Decision Desk HQ actually beat the watch party here.
I feel like you should turn around and yell, hey guys, we're calling it for your guy. Maybe they have the wrong channel on.
Whisper to them they might want to change the screen from CNN to News Nation.
Any minute now, they're going to realize what we're reporting.
News Nation called it first, so there you have it. If you're watching News Nation, you're ahead of the game.
There is still time to give your home a refresh before the new year during the year-end clearance event at More Furniture. Save on styles for every room in your home with remaining doorbusters from our Black Friday event and new furniture arriving daily. It's all on sale for this special year-end clearance event. It's your perfect opportunity to get your home ready for the holidays. Preview all sale specials online at morefurniture.com.
If you get in a wreck with this big truck on the highway and you're in this little car, it can be bad. But if you're on this bike, it can be devastating. If you've been seriously injured on a motorcycle, you want the best legal protection. It can mean the difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars. When it comes to motorcycle wrecks, I know what I'm talking about. Call me. It's just that easy.
With our safe, no-contact process. Call 877-DUNION, DUNNION.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The latest live, the CBS 47 Valley Cam Network Eyewitness News. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. We have a very active weekend ahead with a strong storm system that's going to be bringing us rain, snow, and wind across the valley and in the Sierra. So the rain and snow is going to move in early tomorrow morning. It's going to be windy tomorrow and tomorrow night, especially after 3 p.m. We do have isolated thunderstorms possible tomorrow night, and Sunday. And then we're going to start out the storm system with high snow levels tomorrow. They'll start dropping tomorrow night, and they'll be much lower for your Sunday. So here's a look at our radar satellite loop. This is the last 12 hours. We saw some sunshine today before the clouds started rolling in this afternoon. And now we're starting to see a little bit of snow pick up close to Yosemite, but most of the moisture from the storm system is going to hold off until we get into the early morning hours tomorrow. So again, we're dry now, but we're going to see a lot of moisture moving in over the next couple of days. So let's go ahead and time that out for you. This is midnight. Let's go ahead and go through tonight. Here's 5 a.m. At this point, we'll start to see that chance of showers going up in the valley, but most of you still dry. Let's fast forward to 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. More of you starting to see some rain. And then as we go toward 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we'll be seeing some off and on showers. So I want to point out that there are going to be a lot of dry spots during the day tomorrow. It's not going to be a complete washout of a day, but we are going to see some off and on rain, and we're going to get some very heavy downpours with that. For the mountains, by this point tomorrow afternoon, snow levels will be near 7,000 feet, so they'll be a bit higher. Places like Shaver Lake will be getting quite a bit of rain tomorrow. Let's go ahead and put this back into motion. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. I do still expect to see some very heavy pockets of rain. For the overnight hours tomorrow night, more rain will move through off and on. Here's 7 o'clock on your Sunday. By this point, snow levels starting to drop. They'll settle in close to 3,500 feet on Sunday. In terms of rain for the valley, we're not going to see as much coverage on Sunday as we will on Saturday. They'll be more scattered in nature, but we'll have a little better chance at hearing some rumbles of thunder on Sunday. There's 7 o'clock Sunday evening. We're not done with the storm system yet. Sunday night into early Monday, I still expect to pick up a little more rain. So here's a look at some of our rainfall totals. This runs through 7 o'clock Monday morning. Storm total. I do expect to see some of these numbers over an inch for the valley. A couple of inches in the foothills as well. I'll show you that in just a moment. Let's go over our winter storm warnings. This is going to go into effect 4 a.m. for our Madera, Mariposa County mountains. This is for areas above 3,500 feet. But again, if you're near 3,500 feet, you're not going to see any snow until we get into Sunday. So 6,000 feet and above is where we're looking at these significant snowfall totals. 3 to 4 feet possible. Locally higher amounts up to 5 5 feet. In Fresno and Tulare counties, your winter storm warning will start at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And again, it's above 6,000 feet that I expect the most significant snowfall totals. 2 to 4 feet are possible. So here's a look at breakdown of our numbers for the mountains. 3,500 feet. Again, most of the system on Saturday into Saturday night will be in the form of rain. I expect you to pick up 2 to 4 inches of rain, but things will change over into snow by Sunday, and you'll pick up several inches of snow. 5,000 feet, 3 to 5 inches of rain. Again, a lot of this is going to be in the form of rain for Saturday. And then in terms of snowfall, 1 to 2 feet of snow. 6,000 feet, 2 to 3 feet of snow. 7,000 feet and above, 2 to 4 feet of snow at least. Here's a wind advisory that will be in effect starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is for areas near and west of I-5. 50-mile-per-hour gusts will be possible in the advisory area, and that means power outages will be possible. So here's our extended forecast. We are going to be tracking spotty showers throughout the weekend. Slight chance for a lingering shower into Monday morning. Otherwise, we're going to dry up a bit more for next week. In the Sierra, snow levels will be near 7,000 feet tomorrow, dropping Saturday night, settling near 3,500 feet on Sunday, dropping a little bit lower by Monday, but the system will be very light at that point, and then we'll have a drier day on Tuesday. So something to be aware of if you are traveling. It doesn't really matter where you're going. We are going to see wet roadways in the valley and the foothills, and of course the heavy snow in the mountains, and not really recommending travel for the mountains tomorrow and into Sunday especially.
Yeah, this is going to be a messy weekend.
Sure is.
Yeah, well said.
Yes.
Thanks, Lauren. Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer did the honors tonight as a 30-foot tall Christmas tree was lit up in downtown Fresno.
2, 1. That is a beautiful, beautiful Christmas tree.
The ceremony was held at Mariposa Plaza. Along with the tree lighting, kids had a chance to make their own holiday ornaments.
I definitely like the fact that people are starting to come back downtown and participate a little bit more. Fresno's such a beautiful place, so to see people come out here and gather together, it really brings the Christmas spirit back to downtown Fresno.
A coat drive was also held at tonight's event in partnership with Fresno's Pavarello House.
Coming up next in sports, a couple of former Valley standouts on display tonight in the FCS playoffs. Andrew Martin is next with Sports Central.
Fall allergy season has started with grass and weed pollen and high levels of mold in the air. Air pollution makes allergy symptoms worse. Boz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic COVID-19 symptoms, and flu season is starting. Come to Boz Allergy at the first sign of symptoms. Rest assured we'll diagnose and treat you accurately. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Boz Allergy today and breathe easier.
Adventure awaits at the Best RV Center in Turlock. Voted #1 selling RV dealer in California, Best RV offers a huge selection of new and used RVs at the lowest prices with no hidden fees. From Class A, B, and C to travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more, Best RV is committed to getting your dreams on the road. Don't miss out on the biggest discounts of the year with Best RV's January Blowout Sales event. For the best selection on the best prices on all current inventory, visit bestrv.com today.
Get on the holiday road to winning at Chukchansi Gold. It's the $550,000 Holiday Dash for Cash giveaway. Win your share of $42,000 at Drawings Weekly every Thursday and Friday night. And on December 23rd, you can win your share of $90,000. The $550,000 Holiday Dash for Cash giveaway. Only at Chukchansi Gold Resort and Casino.
Experience some of the greatest planes in history up close and in person at Castle Air Museum. Find the perfect gift for the aviation lover in your family. Our gift shop carries a wide selection of aviation apparel, toys, books, mugs, display models, and much more. Don't forget, it's the season of giving, and your charitable donations are tax deductible, going towards a good cause. Make a visit to Castle Air Museum and come be amazed.
Fry season greetings from Rally's. This holiday, we're adding the Fry Lovers Burger to the 2 for $5 mix and match menu. Extra hungry? Unwrap a super loaded Buford with even more fries, bacon, and cheese. Rally's Fry season greetings for a limited time.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Increase the efficiency of your home's closets. We specialize in both walk-in and reach-in designs that fit your budget and style. Call now for a free in-home consultation.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us for Eyewitness News Investigates. Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
It's bowl season. There are 43 bowl games between now and January 9th. That's in the FBS. In the FCS, they're in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. And I wish we could show you what Marcus Fulcher did tonight for Sacramento State. But the game's not over yet, so you'll have to settle for me just telling you. Fulcher is a junior running back from Fresno. He went to Bullard. He scored a touchdown for Sac State on a 35-yard run that came in the first quarter of the Hornets' quarterfinal game against Incarnate Word. After he scores, Fulcher points at a fan behind the end zone. Then he reaches for something. It's a beer. He appears to take a sip. I'm sure the coaching staff said something to Marcus Fulcher when he got back to the sideline. He currently has 98 rushing yards and 21 receiving yards. It is 59-56 Incarnate Word over Sac State with about 3 minutes left. Elsewhere in the FCS tonight, Montana State was hosting a quarterfinal game against William & Mary. Sean Chambers plays for Montana State. The Kerman native was 1 of 1 for 39 passing yards. He also had 5 carries for 44 rushing yards. His team won big, 55-7, to advance to the semifinals. Raiders Now brought to you by Toyota. Back to the FBS. The national championship game is exactly 1 month from tonight. And did you know it'll be played at SoFi Stadium? That's where the Bulldogs are playing 1 week from tomorrow. It'll be their second game in an NFL stadium this season. Of course, it's also where the Raiders played and lost last night.
It's pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's a huge deal, but it's pretty cool to get the experience, to play such a nice stadium like SoFi and then, earlier this year, Allegiant.
Can you compare?
I watched the Arizona game last year when they played Arizona there. It's a dope stadium. It's pretty cool.
To basketball, in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Dallas Mavericks tonight on a tip-in from Brooke Lopez. The ex-San Joaquin Memorial standout only had 4 points, but these two were crucial. He caught the inbounds pass and scored with less than 10 seconds left. In the NBA G League tonight, surprise, surprise, Orlando Robinson had another double-double for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. The ex-Bulldog with 28 points and 10 rebounds against Motor City. That's his 6th consecutive double-double. Robinson has played in 8 games for the Skyforce this season. In Washington, D.C., the Clovis West girls beat a team from Brooklyn today. They're now 10-0. At home, the Clovis West boys beat Rockland. They are 8-0. And that's a look at sports. Brian and Catherine, back to you.
Andrew, thank you. Still to come here on Eyewitness News at 11, Fresno State fans get cozy with Victor E. Bulldog for some holiday photos.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more.
How did you...
Magic.
Secure your delivery and low financing rate on RAV4, Camry, and Highlander. Or get a great lease on RAV4 and Camry for just $389 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
What's it like having Xfinity Internet with supersonic Wi-Fi? It's fast, like beyond gig speed fast. With 3 times the bandwidth and the power to connect hundreds of devices at once.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data. Switch today.
Adventure awaits at the Best RV Center in Turlock. Voted #1 selling RV dealer in California. Best RV offers a huge selection of new and used RVs at the lowest prices with no hidden fees. From Class A, B, and C to travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. Best RV is committed to getting your dreams on the road. Don't miss out on the biggest discounts of the year with Best RV's January Blowout Sales event. For the best selection on the best prices on all current inventory, visit bestrv.com today.
You can start your day wanting an all-natural pregnancy and end it wanting an epidural.
It's called being human. A human who takes care of their eyes, then stares at their phone. Who embraces self-care and believes beauty is worth some pain. So go ahead and do your 10-step skincare routine. And make the 11th sun. Teach your kids that aging is beautiful while trying to prevent it. With traditional medicine and alternative remedies, there's no wrong way to treat life at Rite Aid. And don't forget Rite Aid this holiday for all your last-minute gifting needs.
Told you I'd do it. Old wood-burning fireplace, gone.
And it was fast and easy. You did it.
And free.
Guys gotta stop telling everyone it's free.
Yeah, okay, you little jokester, you. It's not free.
Yeah, if you qualify, you can get up to $41.50 towards your new insert.
Blah, blah, blah. It's free.
The thing is, it's not.
Say it again, honey.
Free.
You heard her. F-R-E-E.
Pay as low as $0 for replacing your wood fireplace with a better option through the Burn Cleaner program. Visit or call Central Distributing for more information.
Coming up on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, tonight's guests are actress Sally Field and journalist Maria Ressa. Celebrating the holidays Bulldog style.
Fresno State mascot Victor E. Bulldog III posed for pictures today. You got to take a look at this. That's a tough one. Who's more cute, the bulldog or the baby? These pictures were taken at Kennel Marketplace at Campus Point. Victor E. III is on his retirement tour. I guess if the parents are watching, the baby was cuter, but you know, if the bulldog's still awake, the bulldog was cuter. This is the last holiday season as acting mascot.
The Fresno State Alumni Association has been doing this event for many, many years. It's an annual event for us. And of course, all the proceeds today are going to be benefiting our furry, fun-loving live mascots, Victor E. Bulldog.
Just look at that face. Victor E. will be back at the Kennel Marketplace tomorrow. Another big day. It's a very busy day for the Bulldog today and another one tomorrow. All of the photo slots are already booked, but organizers say that there'll be a hot chocolate bar and a coloring station from 10 till 2 tomorrow. I could watch this all day long. This is just, look, oh, see?
Yeah. Who do you think the photographer has to distract best to look at the camra, or distract the most?
I think Victor E.'s got this down. I don't think,
Been doing it a while.
I mean, look at that. I mean, I don't think he's going to do much. So probably the kids.
Yeah. I'm stunned, though, he's keeping on that Santa hat so well.
Yeah. It looks snug. It looks strapped on and snug.
Everything looks snug on a bulldog.
Victor E., we take that back.
Yeah,
you look slimmer than ever. Yes, looking good. That's our time here tonight at 11.
Good night.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com.
The Golden One member Cash Rewards Plus credit card gives you a little more of everything. More filling up your tank. And filling up your plate. More sharing grandma's favorite recipes. And passing down your favorite traditions. Whether it's your everyday or those extra special days, you get more with the Golden One credit card, so you can be more.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
I got hurt in a car accident, but hiring a lawyer sounds like such a hassle.
It's actually not. It's easier than you think to hire the Law Brothers.
We can evaluate your case in as little as 5 minutes. And that free 5-minute call could mean the difference of thousands of dollars for you.
The Law Brothers started working for me after just a 5-minute call, and they settled my case for over $350,000.
A 5-minute phone call? Now that's easy.
Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 559-9-million or visit lawbrothers.com.
Light up your family's holiday season with the all-new Illuminature Cultural Spectacular at the Fresno Chaffee Zoo. Join us for holiday-inspired live entertainment, interactive features, refreshments, photos with Santa, and so much more.
Brian, Catherine, and Lauren, weekdays starting at 4 p.m.
For the first time in almost 10 years, Britain's Prince and Princess of Wales will be visiting the U.S. The royal couple will travel to Boston tomorrow.
Are you a royal couple visiting Boston? Then check out Siobhan Murphy's Wicked Royal Tours. Go Pats! You'll see all of Boston's famous sights, like our beautiful seaport, where we proudly kicked your great-granddaddy in the tea bags. Because in Boston, we don't need your stinky leaf water. We got donkeys. Come back, Brady. Try some Big Ziti on the north end. Or some Big Ziti on the south end. You could go east for some Big Ziti. Point is, despite our better efforts, those Italians are everywhere. And see our crown jewel. But unlike yours, we didn't steal it from India. It's the most beautiful place in all of Boston, Worcester, Lowell, Cambridge, and hell, even Quincy. It's Medway Park. Every year we gather and sing a chant I think you and Kate will appreciate. Yankees suck! Yankees suck! So come on down and try Siobhan Murphy's Wicked Royal Tours. Or don't. What, you think you're too frickin' good to ride on a duck boat? It's the only way you can get a DUI by land or by sea. It's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Tonight, kicking and screaming. Plus, Stephen welcomes Sally Field and Maria Ressa. Featuring Louis Cato and The Late Show Band. And now, live on tape from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City, it's Stephen Colbert.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. And ladies and gentlemen, you can hear that right in this room right now. You are stoked. I am stoked because today the U.S. played Iran in the World Cup. It was win or go home, and we won, baby! Wait, sorry. It's soccer. I forgot. Hold on one second. It was a tense and thrilling match with Captain America, Christian Pulisic, getting the cross, and boom! USA scores! Biggie goal, Biggie